Greetings, witches. This is my first video in a series I'm doing about how to garden on a budget as a renter. I don't have a lot of money to invest in gardening because of prices today. Too busy paying rent and supporting kids and working. And also I rent, so I can't go and dig up the yard for a whole garden. I've used this method on having a cement patio with a little half fence around 3 of 4 sides. It's just like an open cement patio. I've done it in an apartment on a balcony. Some of it can be adjusted to do in a window. Right now I have a small yard with grass, but I can't just dig it up because I'm renting. So the first thing I did was go onto a website called Mackenzie Seeds. Now, I'm in Canada. I'm sure you can get your seeds anywhere. I haven't had a lot of luck with seeds from the dollar store. They're hit or miss, but pretty much anywhere that has gardening supplies or the grocery store, you can get seeds. So I spent under $50 on seeds on this Mackenzie website. So the first thing I did was I arranged them in which ones I wanted to start inside and which ones I wanted to start outside. Because I live in Canada, a lot of your vegetables and herbs need to be started inside because our growing season just simply isn't long enough. So right now we are May 21st. I started them in April. And see, I wrote on here, April 2026. Started indoors. I have these little peat cups from the dollar store and also plastic containers that I reuse every year. But I'll show you those in video number 2. So if you get heirloom, then you can collect the seeds from the plants and reuse them. These are specifically marketed for Canada. It grows here guaranteed with a little maple leaf. So these are the ones that I started indoors so far. I've got lemon balm, which is a nice herb. You can use it for tea or seasoning. Oregano. And that's a good herb. It's also good for herbal magic. Oregano helps bring in prosperity. We have thyme that I started indoors. Some Roma tomatoes. Some beefsteak tomatoes. And some rosemary. When you look at seed packets in the store, you want to look at the back. So in the back it says days to germinate, how deep to plant it, how far to space it out, and how far to space the plants, how far to space the rows. This one says start indoors 6 to 8 weeks before the last frost. So it's been about 6 weeks since I've started them. So I started them April 5th and it's May 21st. We're 6-7 weeks in. So I really need to get these outside. I've been procrastinating because I have these bad allergies right now. So it tells you how it grows. Lemon, mint flavored leaves, used with soaps, meats, fish, sauces, salads, transplants well, harvest leaves anytime. If you want to dry it and preserve it, harvest leaves early morning, dry quickly to retain flavor. So I know my air fryer does have a dehydrate function. So if it says dry quickly, I might do that. I have laid them out on cookie sheets and put them in the oven at a low temperature before. Or I've also kind of tied them with a string and hung them in the basement to dry. Lots of ways to dry your herbs. Now tomatoes, I will generally freeze whole. But I'll show you that in the fall. So I'll show the whole growing process over the summer and fall. So every seed packet gives you instructions on the back. That's all you need to do is follow. Some of them say they're good for containers. Some don't say either way, but I put them in containers. So, I mean, it tells you, so some tomatoes need to be staked and some don't. So this is determinate, no staking required. And yeah, so these are some of the ones I started inside. I went and bought this little seed storage case. It's cute at the dollar store. The price is still on it. Dollar store, $4. Put those in there. Oh, I got some dirt. Now some other ones that I started indoors are, I'm going to start these ones indoors and outdoors because I want to harvest them continuously. I don't want, you know, more lettuce than I can eat in a year in one day. So I started some iceberg lettuce, some zucchini, some basil, some green leaf lettuce, and some green onions. So those I started indoors, and I'll also start some outdoors. Now the ones I'm only going to start outdoors are chives, parsley, peas, cucumbers. They need less time to grow. So it'll tell you days to harvest, usually on the front, 57 to 64. So that's around 2 months. And where I am in Canada, we're pretty far north. So we have kind of June, July, August. You know, kind of want to harvest by kind of mid-September. So 2 months, 3 months is fine. I suppose if you're a lot further south than I am, you can probably do several harvests or several plantings. I've also got dill and beans to start outside. The one thing I forgot to buy when I made this order was sage. So my husband went and picked these up just at the grocery store for me. I'm not sure where he got them, but harvest in 11 weeks. Sage is pretty quick, so I'm just going to start these outside. It doesn't need to be inside. Now, it'll also tell you on the package whether they want full sun, partial sun, or shade. Most want sun. I don't have the sunniest yard because it's on the north side of the house, but we do what we can. So if you want to have a look, quite often these seeds are so tiny they're in a package inside the package. I have bought seeds that are in like a strip of cloth that you just plant so it spaces it for you, but I find those are best for planting in the ground. So included in my other $50, I got this fertilizer. May add to any fertilizing program. It's a kind of a generic. You can get really specific fertilizers. They're just good for certain plants. But I mean, this is indoor, outdoor plants, urban gardens, lawns, golf courses, greenhouses. It's an all-purpose. Use mixed solution the same day. Oh, I have some made up from last time. Do not use water on plants for 24 hours because you'll just rinse the fertilizer away. So I read the instructions and it's 1 ml per 3 liters. So I figured it out and I got this, washed out this milk jug really well. And I measured it out that if I put 3/4 of a teaspoon or 1 capful out of the bottle and fill it up to this 4 liters, which is a gallon jug, then yeah, it makes it to the right concentration for plants. Here's the bottle. So I got all those seeds plus this fertilizer for under $50. And yeah, my next video will be how I started the indoor plants indoors. Have a great day, witches.